Waiting to start then, the European Superstock 1000 FIM Cup. We have 11 laps of Monza. That's a total of 63.5 kilometres in those 11 laps. Barrier just a little slow off the start, outgunned by Michele Magnoni. And Magnoni, who won here at Monza in his Superstock 600 days, way back in the day, is off to a flying start.
He got sucked back in.
Oh, and was that Magnoni? Who was that? Went down big time. Let's hope the field can avoid him. That was a heavy fall. Ouch. And just as you said, James, getting them through a field that big through that first chicane was tricky.
I want to see that again because I didn't really see that. It flicked down at the back, but you wouldn't expect that to happen. It's like a classic high side, but actually with the throttle closed, it's completely closed going in there. So whether he got clipped or... don't know.
And I think it was Barrier, the championship leader, who went down.
It was a BM. It was definitely a BM, and he went down fairly heavy. And yeah, I hope they're all right. And I know the Kawasaki rider that went down afterwards, he definitely got up and managed to avoid everybody that was coming through.
And that has left the two Panigales clear at the front.
And you know what? When that happens, you think that that's such a slow corner, but actually they're doing probably 60 miles an hour accelerating out that towards Curva Grande, and you try and stand on a track and avoid 30 riders coming at you that are doing 60. It's not so easy.
So as they drop into the Ascari chicane then, we've got number 47, Eddie Lamara, the 23-year-old from Ferentino on the Barney Racing Team Panigale, leading the way. Behind him, his teammate Nico Canepa, former Superstock champion. And it's Lamara, Canepa, Savadori's made a bright start. Guanoni leading the second of Rush there in fourth place. Well, his green Kawasaki being almost eaten up there by the familiar figure of Michele Magnoni. And then Romain Lanous, Matthew Luciano, and the red flag goes out. We feared that might happen because there's a bit of chaos down at the far end of the main straight.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't go out straight away because what they've got, 1 minute 40 to decide what they're going to do before the riders are approaching that sector of the track again. And they can afford to take a little bit of time just to make sure that they can't keep the race running. But yeah, I thought that was going to happen, to be honest.
So that's an unfortunate start then to the weekend here at Monza, and it just needs that one mishap for one rider going into that very, very tight chicane, and anything can happen really. And I think that was probably potentially an injury to Barrier, because that was a slow high side.
It was, yeah, but it flicked really quick on the right hand. Going in, and I don't understand that. You would, if you're gonna flick off in that first watch, here we go. Barrier's kind of just tipping in now.
Oh, did he clip the back wheel of the...
I think he thought he was going to clip, I think it was the Mara, but I still really don't know how that happened. It's like he's just... It's almost like it's locked up at the back. He didn't get clobbered. He went down fairly heavy.
And there were two guys collided behind him as they entered as they were between the first and second parts of the from here. Oh yes, he lost the back end, didn't he? And it flicked him off there. Oucha. Sylvain. BMW ended up in a mess, and also there's a collision behind in the pack.
Yep, and that's there. Look.
And I think that's and there's Sylvain Barrier. So Barrier gets collected by number 36, Mercado, I think, as they go down.
Yes, I think looking at that, Barrier is going to be not that badly injured, I don't think, if at all.
So that must have been Gildenhouse, who must have made a sensational start. Oh, dear. And then also number 16 throws it away. That's Remo Castellara. Another BMW.